Yes, I finally got impatient, and I knew they were going to do this. I knew they were going to make it the last passive modifier that you're going to have to obtain. I knew it wasn't random. I've been farming for this all day until I was able to finally get this. So this is the one I've been waiting for for the longest. Impatient, the one that increases your rate of fire and reload speed by 30%, but halves your ammo. Trust me, I have a plan for this. Don't worry. You know what's great about this? Somebody could be near you. You don't have to shoot. See, he chasing me, so he could be near you. You should be shooting long range. Clipping everything, dude. I mean, you
I
see
couldn't
me out there in the
imagine
front
having like
lines,
70
bro.
rounds.
Huh?
I'm watching. I couldn't imagine having like 70 rounds with this Strega.
Bro.
But I'm watching you.
But the reload speed is there, so it's all good. And guess what? I got another modifier on that every time you get a kill, it gives you one of three bonuses. 20% reload speed, 20% movement speed, or 30% accuracy. And I'm running gunner. So, you know, I get that every third reload is almost instant.
That agent needs assistance. Boost will soon deactivate. The boost is being taken by allies. Allies have acquired the boost.
Oh yeah. We out here. No, you're not doing that to me, buddy. Not doing that to me, buddy. No, sir, you're not doing that to me, buddy.
Boost about to come online. Hostile Stinger hive detected. Boost online.
Let their sacrifice was not in vain.
Well, y'all all about to get it. What the heck?
Serious trauma detected. Immediate medical assistance needed. Agent down. That agent needs assistance.
So there are some people who've been playing the journeys. Others have been playing the priority objectives specifically to unlock the modifiers. Now, that's the journey I've been on because I've been on the hunt for this modifier that we call impatient. And boy, when I tell you this modifier is beast, that's an understatement. It actually makes you feel impatient because I didn't know the requirement at first was that you had to be within 15 meters or something. The requirement is a short range. And then let me just show you. Let me just show you what's going on here. Okay. First of all, I made an altercation to this build. This is the build that I uploaded like 2 or 3 days ago. And it shocked me. It actually shocked me. I changed it up a little bit because of the modifier. In PvP, it's different. So I have two different versions, right? Commando PvP with the Ridgeway's exotic chest piece and the Fenris mask. The reason why I have the Ridgeway's exotic chest piece is because, you know, when you read the lore, it just says you can tell a lot about a man by the way he bleeds. Me, I bleed for my country and nothing else. General Antoine Ridgeway. When you look at the Strega, this is no longer about prevention, it's about damage control. Colonel Antoine Ridgeway. So I just thought it was cool to have these two pieces on simultaneously. Not to mention that the Ridgeway's exotic chest piece is just an amazing exotic talent, right? Okay, so look at the build. I went over this a long time ago. The Strega, basically you get up to 75% amplified damage when you mark the targets within 20 meters after killing one after the other. The max is 5, and it's just a terror, right? But the modifiers make this even worse because Negotiator's Dilemma by itself has something called hostile negotiations. Critical hits mark enemies up for 20 seconds, up to 3 marks total. When you critically hit a marked enemy, all other marked enemies take 60% of the damage dealt. Whenever a marked enemy dies, you gain 2% critical hit damage, stacking up to 20, so you get 40% extra after a marked enemy dies. Now, it's only 60% damage dealt to the enemies who are marked if you don't have this backpack. Critical measures, where it increases from 60 to 112%. So this deals more damage than the actual target you're shooting, which is insane. So I would never use a Ninja Bike backpack or anything in replace for that. This is one of the best gear-specific backpack talents. Now, when you look at the stats, you want to have 60% critical hit chance, as much crit chance as you can get, so that you can make sure you're critting every time you shoot, pretty much every other shot or more. But the reason why I have two versions is because in PvE, matter of fact, let me just show you the clip in PvP in the Dark Zone. Somebody tried to run up on me while I was running this build, and he had the actual meta bighorn build that everybody was running around with. Look at the results.
Nearby agent has gone rogue. Rogue agent nearby. Rogue agent neutralized.
Sorry, buddy. So I haven't played in Conflict yet. That inspired me to go and play in Conflict. Because if you look at the build, I'm at 1.1 million armor, and that's where I'm comfortable at when I'm playing PvP. The Fenris is for the Strega's damage, and I don't even switch to the secondary. But the PvE version is different, okay? Now, let me show you the mods, and it's going to explain everything right here, okay? The first mod I want to tell you about is the one I was waiting on getting. It's called Impatient, okay? Basically, the effective range is short. You have to be within short range in order to activate this. So I didn't know that. You got to be careful, but it's good because you know that annoying hostile modifier that activates, let me see, where is it at? This hostile modifier right here, where it's shooting an enemy within medium range, builds stacks of requital. Basically, it reflects bullets back at you, and this just increases the difficulty even more. I guess people asked for the game to be more difficult, and this is what they gave us. None of these really bother me that much, except probably for the special ammo that the NPCs have, but this right here is a killer. Now, Impatient is a direct counter to that, because if you're within short range, you're not in medium range, and you will not proc requital, right? So, with this, the rate of fire and reload time are increased by 30%, but standard magazine size is reduced by 50% when equipped. You could clearly see the difference in rate of fire. And I was just using the Strega so much to the point where I didn't want to use any other weapon. I haven't used it with the Ravenous yet. I haven't used it with the Ouroboros yet. Imagine the Ouroboros. With Striker, I haven't used it with any of that, right? And when I first made that video talking about how this rifle has the fastest fire rate, I was like, I'm going to use Impatient on it. I didn't realize you had to be within short range. So I might have to rethink that strategy, because with rifles, you want to be kind of at a distance unless you're using the Ravenous. Okay, so it says the standard magazine size is reduced by 50%. This is why I have this piece right here, the ZWA brand set, which for the first piece increases your mag size by 15%. Now with this, I'm not losing any damage, okay, because I still have the femoris chest piece. I just took ridgeways off. I could put it back on, but you can get more damage like this. But the ZWA mask gives you 15% magazine size, which effectively gives me 33 rounds in a magazine. Because if you look, it has a plus 20 rounds. The standard magazine is just 20 rounds. So this is going to be 30 when you have this modifier on. Okay. Now that's not the only thing. This is what you want. Okay, you want this passive modifier, and like I said, I have not even used it with Striker. So you can tell me how that is. I'm gonna test that out after I make this video. But the second modifier I have is called liability. This also has an effective range that is within short. You deal 30% more damage to armored enemies within short range. The damage received from armored targets is increased by 15%. But you're going to be burning people down so fast, they're not going to get the chance, really. And then this one is a pretty balanced and all-around modifier, which I really like. It's called persistent. It's a multi-zone passive modifier, right? And this effective range is in all zones. Multi-zone is where it's short, medium, or long. So it says eliminating enemies at any range grants you one of the following buffs for 5 seconds. Now, now this is great because one of these buffs is from the Lady Death. Like when you are in short range, 20% movement speed. Medium range, 30% accuracy. They could have did something else. I can't really tell. But long range, you get 20% reload speed. Okay, so this is just a great all-around modifier that helps out in general. Now, modifiers don't work in a dark zone. They don't work in PvP, which is another reason I have 2 different builds for each one. And honestly, I don't ever switch to any other weapon. I mean, I switch to the light glue. This fire rate increases also, but the negotiator's dilemma with the Strega with these modifiers is just broken, man. It's crazy. I didn't realize how good these modifiers are. And I'm going to come out with a video going over all the modifiers and which ones are the best, which ones aren't really that good. That's for another video. But I just wanted to showcase here why this build is so good and what 3 modifiers make the Strega a terror. I just wanted to showcase this. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. What modifiers are you using? Which ones do you think are the best? And what have you been using them with? I'll see you in the next one. Be right out.